Let's talk about the new tasks section. I wanted to give you a little overview about how the new tasks section works. I will not cover all the different features that are in tasks. You already know about all those. But there are a few differences between this new section and the old section that used to appear on top of the content. But that was a very narrow column. Our goal with this new section was to give you all the real estate that you need to look at all the different data that you have for each task and just have more space to breathe and to organize your task. The new section is notebooks. This is actually new, completely new. And this basically brings all the tasks that are in a specific notebook inside a different section, and you can collapse those sections. So now, for instance, I want to focus on just my Sardinia vacation. I can expand this and keep the others collapsed. There's also something else that's new, and that's metadata. Metadata is basically a fancy word to highlight that there are two new things that you can do with tasks. The first one is description, and the second one is priority. Description is basically a piece of content that allows you to bring context together with a task. So a task will know that you wrote something here and you will see it in the list. For instance, in this case, I have a task that says call primary care physician. I didn't want to add this information to the title because otherwise it would get very long. And the description can be very long. So if I want to write a lot of lines here, I can just make it very long. The other is priority. As you can see here, there are new exclamation marks colored in red, yellow, and green. These are basically high priority, low priority, and medium priority tasks that I can just hit here in the priority. There is another thing that I can do that's new. I have these new little buttons, plus buttons here in the notes view. This basically allows me to create a task that is directly in that note without navigating to that note or without creating a new task and then selecting manually the note where I want to create it in. So this already, as you see here, it already knows that I want to create this task in the one-on-one with Diego note, same for like activities, for instance. The same button, you will find it in the Today tab. Now, if I want to create a new task that is due today, I can just hit plus here and it will know that it is due today. Of course, this will instead default to be a task that's placed in the things to do note, which is my default note where all my tasks are created into. Of course, you can still filter your tasks, both with the Find Tasks search box. So if I write here like airport, for instance, it shows me just tasks that contain the airport word. But you can also filter with the filter button. For instance, if I'm in a project here in a notebook and I want to see what things I need to do with very high priority inside my meeting notes notebook, I can just filter and use the new priority high filter, and it will show me that I need to do this thing here with high priority, and then this one is already completed. And of course, you can also sort your tasks. For instance, let's go back to my full list. I can sort by relevance, title, just alphabetically, due date, priority, created and updated. So I really like the sort by priority where I see my most urgent tasks. These are all the things that you can now do with tasks. We need a lot of space because there are there's a variety of different workflows that we need to support. Some people just need a list of tasks, and for them, my tasks is perfectly fine. For some people, we do need the differentiation between projects, and so you can now use the notebooks view where you see tasks split by notebook. And some people really like thinking about dates, like I need to do these things today, tomorrow, next 7 days, in next month, and so the Today tab is perfect for them to organize their day. Let me know what you think about the new task section in the comment, and let me know if there are things that we should add, that we should improve, and yeah, thanks for watching.